Good morning. Welcome back to Bookeemonsters. My name is PK. It is Wednesday, September the 18th, and we are here to look at the new releases that are being set free this week. They're being published this week. We're looking at them genre by genre. Every day of the work week, Monday through Friday, we look at a different genre. On Mondays, we look at cozy mysteries. On Tuesdays, we look at mysteries and thrillers. Wednesdays, like today, we are doing romance. Tomorrow will be fantasy and science fiction. Oh, Kim, I'm glad they're taking care of you. I'm sorry but maybe this will help. Maybe this will help. Sending you so much loving vibes. Hi, Anita. Good afternoon. How is it there? Here in Billings, it's going to be raining all day. It is rainy and stormy, which is not a bad thing. Hence, I have my sweatshirt on. It's going to be mostly in the 50s today. All right. Quick announcements. I don't have any sprints tonight. We don't do them on Wednesday nights. I do them every Tuesday and Thursday evenings and Saturday afternoons. So 3 times a week, but not tonight. Oh, good. All right. We are going to be looking at romance, looking at love. I've made a pot of egg roll soup this morning, so I can have that today. Drinking some chai latte. And it was not the dogs. I just missed the bottom step going out to my car. Oh, shoot. Yep, that'll do it. Well, I'm glad it wasn't the dogs. Yep, going downstairs is one of my things. Apparently, I fell when I was very little down some cement steps. 10 Things I Hate About the Earl by Jenna Jackson. Second in the Matchmaker's Ball. Between love and hate, there is a pencil-thin line to walk. Miss Catherine Locke is irked to start her third season dancing with the disagreeable Lord Haversham, her brother's friend and her own arch enemy. After a particularly odious run-in with the Earl, Kate declares she hates everything about the man. When her brother challenges her to come up with even 10 things she doesn't like about Haversham, a gleeful Kate is itching to pull the quill to paper to point out everything she finds wrong with the man. Unexpectedly, she finds the task harder than she thought because she keeps remembering things she secretly likes about the gentleman instead. Frustrated, Kate shoves the list in a drawer, determined to stop thinking about Haversham. But can she? Marcus, Lord Haversham, is in a tight pinch. His estates are failing, and worse, he's just lost £3,000 to his best friend, Lord Ainsley. Ainsley's solution: have Marcus marry his shrewish sister, and he'll cancel his gambling debt plus give him £10,000 for her dowry. With nowhere else to turn, Marcus agrees, praying he can keep word of the wager from Miss Locke long enough to charm her into marrying him. When Marcus discovers Kate's list, however, he can't keep himself from trying to show her how wrong she is about him. But in the process, will he be able to avoid falling in love with the stubborn woman? Sort of elements of Taming of the Shrew there. But seriously, if you're marrying somebody who just gambles £3,000, that's not a good guy. Not that they had much choice back then. Just saying. Nita says, so sorry you got hurt. Kim, prayers for a quick recovery. Yeah. All Signs Point to Malibu by Jennifer Snow. Haley Harris can't stop messing with fate. A successful life coach, Haley uses her ability to glimpse the future to guide her clients down the right path. But her gift has made her own life lonely. After all, having a real friend would mean asking someone to believe the unbelievable. The one person she might have confided in, her ex, Liam Jensen, is newly engaged to a beautiful, sweet, thoughtful heiress. But when Haley has a vision predicting a not-so-happy ending for the couple, her mission is clear: help Liam and his fiancée avoid the biggest mistake of their lives. Stopping the wedding while planning Liam's engagement party is no easy feat, and Warren Mitchell, Liam's sexy, irritating best man and Haley's nemesis, is suspicious of Haley's motivations. Between sleeping with her frenemy and watching her careful plans spiral out of control, Haley discovers the real cause of Liam's future heartbreak. But now that she knows the truth, will Haley keep on fighting fate or trust in the love she never saw coming? We noticed in all these romances, these women have amazing careers, yet in real culture, having a job is not something that is valued. Good afternoon, Helen. How you doing? We are looking at romance. Can't Help Falling in Love by Sophie Sullivan. Has a fall vibe there. Lexi Danby is looking for some no strings fall fun. I think that's code for sex. Once a college track star, she was forced to drop out when her father passed away. Now she's trying to make ends meet while putting herself through school and caring for her grieving mother. When her comically bad waitressing lands her directly in the path of a handsome, charming stranger named Will, I bet he's rich too. Lexi may just have found the distraction she's been looking for. The first date looks promising until a misunderstanding at a party thrusts Lexi and Will into a fake engagement they can't talk themselves out of. Yes, you can. Tell the truth. And Will turns out to be a member of Seattle royalty. Told ya. Will Grant is heir to a major company and Seattle's most eligible bachelor, but he's been placed in charge of an important merger with a company that values family above all else and needs to show them that he's settled down. While a fake engagement is advantageous from a business standpoint, it's not so great for a budding relationship with a woman who's wary of commitment. With a woman who Will is beginning to care about much more than he could have anticipated. As Lexi gets a taste of Will's glamorous world and the pair keeps up the pretense of their fake engagement for the press, they decide to see where a more casual relationship takes them out of the spotlight. And amid apple picking in comfy flannels, outdoor breweries in the crisp air, and fun Halloween preparations, Lexi starts to realize the scariest part of the season might just be taking a chance on love. Told you he'd be rich and good looking and nice. Magic in the Air by Adriana Shu. Olivia Ayala has mastered the art of blending the perfect ingredients to create magical confections in her small town bakery in Addersfield, Rhode Island, a sanctuary for witches since 1697. As a fiercely independent single mom and a powerful witch, Olivia has crafted a life of sweet serenity for herself and her son, navigating the challenges of cerebral palsy with strength and grace. But beneath the surface of her contented life, a whisper of loneliness lingers. Enter Draven James. Draven, charming, annoyingly handsome, and mysteriously capable of finding a town hidden from the outside world. His arrival stirs the air in Olivia's heart, igniting a spark she hadn't realized was missing. Draven's easy smile, I'm just going to call him Bob. Bob's easy smile and unsettling secrets weave a new spell around her life, tempting Olivia with the prospect of a love as wild and unpredictable as magic itself. But not as all as it seems. As Olivia falls deeper under Bob's enchanting allure, questions arise. What secrets does Bob hide behind his charismatic facade? And could his mysterious past threaten the safety of their haven and the future Olivia dreams of? End of row one. The Seemingly Impossible Love Life of Amanda Dean by Anne Rose. It's her wedding day, and it'll be the happiest day of her life, won't it? Amanda Dean would say she's an okay artist and a loyal friend, but what she's best at is falling in love. A self proclaimed bi disaster who has her heart broken more times than she cares to count, Amanda can't help opening herself up. As she gets ready on the day she's waited a lifetime for, memories of her past loves run through her mind with one glaring red sign blinking above them. Is this the one? I swear at that generation. Will it be the fit water polo player, the fashionista, the dependable hedge fund manager, or the one where the timing was never quite right? Now, on the day of her wedding, a day where everything already seems to be going wrong, Mandy must decide if she's willing to risk it all one last time or if she'll escape while her whole heart is still intact. Oh, girl. Or oh, author. Endgame by Monica Murphy, part of the Kings of Campus. Kings of Campus. Num num chai latte. Everly. Transferring to UC Santa Mira is supposed to be my ultimate college experience until housing falls through at the last minute. So when I overhear a group of guys complaining they need another roommate, I jump at the opportunity. They're just football players. Even if one of them makes me weak in the knees, it doesn't mean anything unless I let it, and I won't. We want different things. Wanting each other doesn't change that. Nico. It's my senior year and my final season with the Santa Mira Dolphins. The last thing I need is a distraction, but that's exactly what this girl is. Ever is too leggy, too gorgeous, too thoughtful, and a whole lot of too much that gets under my skin. I guess I get under hers too. I can't help myself. We live together. That alone makes it a bad idea, but I never could resist a little trouble. Oh my. Calling her Ever. I actually know a girl named Everdawn. That was her first name. With all these pink covers, don't they all start to look alike? Is that just me? I think it's just me. This is by Lindsay Kelk. Love story. Tells it like it is. This is a love story. She's a small town school teacher. He's a hotshot creative director. Together, it's hate at first sight. Sophie Taylor has a secret, and Joel Walsh is the last person she'd tell. He's devilishly handsome, incredibly hot, and far too sure of himself. But Sophie desperately needs his help because she's not just hiding something small. She is Estee Cox, the mysterious romance author the entire world is desperate to unmask. Why would we want to unmask an author? I'm speaking for the world. When a trip to the countryside means sharing a cottage with only one bed, it's a short step to sharing a whole lot more besides. Can Sophie trust Joe with the truth and be herself? And it has tons and tons and tons of blurbs here. My Vampire Plus One, second in the My Vampires series. The first book is My Roommate is a Vampire. This is by Jenna Levin. Amelia Collins is by definition successful. She would even go so far as to say successfully single, but not according to her family, and she's tired of the constant questions about her non-existent dating life. When an invitation to yet another family wedding arrives, she decides to get everyone off her back once and for all by finding someone, anyone, to pose as her date. After a chance encounter with Reginald Cleves, Amelia decides he's perfect for her purposes. He's a bit strange, but that's fine. It'll discourage tough questions from her family, and it certainly doesn't hurt that he's very handsome. For centuries old vampire Reggie, posing as her plus one sounds like the ultimate fun, and it helps his ruse of pretending to be human so much the better. As Amelia and Reggie practice their romance, it becomes clear that Reggie is as loyal to her as the day is long, and that Amelia's first impressions could not have been more wrong. Suddenly, being in a real relationship with Reggie sounds pretty fantastic. Here's my thing about vampire romances. I have a lot of things about vampire romances. First of all, I don't find vampires romantic or sexy. Second of all, isn't it creepy? I mean, this dude is centuries old, and she's in her 20s, I'm suspecting. Ew. Ew. It's not pedophilia, but it's verging. Just mine. Okay, never mind. End of that row. Temptress by Jade Lee, second in Forbidden Treasures. That's a beautiful cover. The time has come for Emperor Xianfeng to choose a wife. All noble virgins must come to the Forbidden City to compete, hoping to become empress. They will endure 3 trials of purity before they meet their emperor, and they must find favor from the Dowager Empress, her greedy eunuchs, and most dangerous of all, the master of the festivity, Sun Bo Tao. Sun Bo Tao is the emperor's best friend and the only other male in the Forbidden City who is not a eunuch. He has no time for virgin games, not with a rebellion in the north, a Dutch envoy seeking trade status, and opium choking the country. But the emperor cannot trust the greedy eunuchs to help select his bride, and so Bo Tao must weed out those who are weak, spoiled, or stupid. I like that. He never expected to find a brilliant mind in the delectable body of a virgin. Chen Jiyu is prepared to be a political wife. She knows how to appear chaste, bribe where appropriate, and navigate the bitter rivalries inside the Forbidden City, but she never learned how to resist the temptations of the Emperor's best man. Sun Bo Tao holds her future in his hands. He also holds her body with reverence and kisses with passion. How can he stir such desires in her when she knows her purpose? But in a competition to become empress, love is the greatest weapon of all. I love the diversity of it. And again, that cover is beautiful. But in a romance book, they've certainly stolen all the tropes. Competition. Love's the best friend. Forbidden love. Whispered Melodies by Alexa Aston, 5th in Lost Creek, Texas Hill Country. Welcome to Lost Creek, Texas, a small town deep in the heart of Texas Hill Country where people come seeking new opportunities and a chance to reinvent themselves and maybe even find love. A man emotionally closed off from the world, a woman starting a new life, 2 individuals who have suffered tragedies and now have a second chance at love. I do like a second chance story. Country songwriter Tucker, of course, Young lost his pregnant wife to a drunk driver. He's retreated into himself, guilty because he survived the car crash. His ability to write a pretty melody and pen its lyrics has dried up. He winds up in Lost Creek, a small town in the Texas Hill Country where he spent summers with his cousin, Rye Blackwood. Tucker hopes to recover from his devastation and find both solace and inspiration. 2 years ago, Reagan Bradley's fiancé was killed a week before their wedding, and she buries herself in work to overcome her grief. Tired of her empty, lonely life in Manhattan, suddenly yearning for her home state again, she abruptly resigns from her job. Reagan travels to her beloved aunt's bed and breakfast in Lost Creek with hopes she can heal emotionally and find a new purpose in life. Neither Tucker nor Reagan is looking for love, but a friendship blossoms between them, and they feel safe, sharing their stories of grief and the struggles they've faced. Tucker regains his interest in life and songwriting again, while Reagan makes new friends and settles into the Lost Creek community. Will Tucker and Reagan navigate their complicated feelings for one another and face their fears even as they learn to trust and love again? And that is all the romance I have for today. We can pop over to Cozy Mysteries and get another couple in. Oh, yeah. We did that one. Murder Goes Caroling, a Piper Hayden piano mystery by Melissa Chapin. Piper Hayden loves Christmas. Excited for her charming town's upcoming celebration, she refuses to leave anything to chance, whether it be decorations or Christmas music. But she goes from rhythm to blues when she discovers the donated antique nativity set in her care has been senselessly vandalized. Fearing the wrath of the curmudgeon who donated the expensive display, the ever meticulous woman grabs her artsy friend and dives in to investigate. And the case takes a humbug of a new twist when they arrive at the grumpy donor's home to deliver some melodic cheer, only to find the door open and him out cold. Can Piper bring back the jingle by sleuthing out the slippery scoundrel? Doesn't even sound like there's a murder there, but there is hijinks, it says. If you're looking for a sweet one for Christmas. Murder Loves Company, number 25 in the Myrtle Clover Cozy Mysteries by Elizabeth Spann Craig. I think Cajun is reading one of these. Myrtle Clover sounds familiar. Truth blooms in unexpected corners. Octogenarian sleuth Myrtle Clover is caught in a bouquet of chaos on Valentine's Day. Here's a Valentine's Day one if you're looking for that down the road. Forget chocolates and roses. She's more interested in the local florist, Teddy Hartfield, who ends up pushing up daisies instead of arranging them. When Myrtle and her trusty sidekick Miles venture to the flower shop for a harmless interview, they're ambushed by a bloomin' murder scene. A bloomin' murder scene. Teddy, the mild-mannered florist, has met with foul play. Now Myrtle must weed through the suspects, including Teddy's jealous sister, a prickly developer with a halted project, and Teddy's former business partner with a not-so-rosy history. As they sniff out the clues, the killer's determined to bury the truth deeper than a flower bulb. As Myrtle and Miles tiptoe through the tulips, the killer lurks. Will they unearth the truth or end up fertilizing the flower bed? Let's throw some more puns in there because we need them. A Holiday for Homicide by Devin Delaney, 9th in the Cook-Off Mysteries. Despite being a seasoned competitor, nothing could have prepared Sherry Oliveri for the thrill of being chosen for a 3-day cooking challenge on national television. She's dying to tell her friends, but she and everyone else involved in the contest has been sworn to secrecy until it airs. Still, that's not stopping someone from penning cryptic notes about the show for the whole town to read, which has the production crew on edge, right up until one of them is found dead. Determined to root out the killer, Sherry suspects the truth lies with whoever's behind the mysterious notes, which have now turned dark with menacing comments on the murder and suggestions of buried secrets. Trying to unravel it all while focusing on her recipes, Sherry's stopped dead in her tracks when the cook-off host drops a bombshell. With no time to spare, she'll have to unearth the one missing ingredient that will ensure the killer's cooked. Includes recipes from Sherry's kitchen. And that's all the time we have for today. So we had some romance. And we've had some murder. Hi, Mary. That's okay. Sorry to hear your woes, Kim. Hope you are okay. Yeah. Good luck. Yes, indeed. All right. Well, that is what we have for today. Tomorrow will be fantasy and romance, fantasy and science fiction. We haven't had a whole lot of science fiction lately. There are a lot of like fantasy romance ones. If you're still interested in some love, romantasy is huge right now, so there's always a lot of options of that if you want to give it a try. All right. Well, I'm going to enjoy this rainy day, unfortunately at work rather than home, but it is still raining. And we haven't had that all day for a while. Hope you have a very good Wednesday. Be safe. Again, I don't have any sprints tonight. I don't do them on Wednesday. We'll have them tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Be safe. Take care of yourself, particularly you, Kim. Let us know how you're doing. And as the banner says here, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom, nom, nom. Have a good day. God bless.